Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Lab Wars by Caezar Al-Jassar and Kuly Heer. I may have mispronounced either of those names and I apologize, but this is a cool game which is about working in a lab and competing with other labs to have the most impact on society and be the most prestigious. Now, one of the things that's really interesting about this game is it sort of has this sort of cute, nice look to it in terms of the cards and the art and the approach, but this is sort of like one of the most authentic lab-based concept games I've ever played. I have a few people who work in labs and I hear the stories of their experiences. I've never worked in a lab, but this very much speaks to that idea of who's in a lab, the relationship between those people, and then the equipment you're using to do research to then write papers and books and win Nobel Prizes. So I think this nailed theme and also how that sort of feeling of doing research and buying equipment gives you the ability to then win prizes. I would say this is a mid-weight game. It's like you're going to be playing role cards. So on your turn, you have one of 5 workers or lab people. Again, not that. You have the postdoc, you have the PhD student, you have the principal investigator, you have the professor, and you have emeritus, who runs the lab or is the person who has the grant. It's not said in here, but from what I've learned about labs. But anyway, each player is going to play one of these characters and reveal, and what happens is they each have their own special ability that happens then, but also they can sabotage one of the other players, so or some of them do. So the PhD student sabotages the postdoc, the principal investigator sabotages the PhD student, and if you do that, you get an action card and something happens to that other player. So there's a little bit of a who's going to pick what thing that goes on to start, but then otherwise you are getting research points and these lab equipment. And the lab equipment comes in a few different flavors. But some of them, like the patent, or the DNA sequencer, or the, where was the other one? There's a couple more. The centrifuge involve you putting research tokens on them, and then you tapping them like in Magic, putting things on them to then get more value the next turn. Other ones, like the thermal cycler and the fluorescent tech, these, when you tap them, produce different type of science materials, which you then can apply to get more research points or more lab equipment, etc. So you're going to essentially be building up. It's an engine builder. You're going to building up all these components, using them to earn more research. And watch how to play. It's not a simple game. Again, the art sort of makes it feel a little bit easier than it is. There are lots going on in it. It plays more like a card game, like a Magic the Gathering type of game. There's a lot of tapping and resources, so you got to watch how to play to see if it's right for you. But you're going to be, so I'm not going to go through the explanation here, but you're going to be using these to eventually put them towards different victory conditions. So you can publish books, publish research papers, or nurture papers, or get the Nobel Prize. You can only get one of these. And so everyone's working towards the same set of these based on the number of players. And if you, once you've diluted 2 of the stacks of the 3, you see who has the most points. If you are a brainy lab worker who likes games, buy it. Don't even hesitate. Back it. If you're not into labs, and I mean, the game's fun. It totally works. All the mechanics fit. It's deep into that theme, so you gotta get into it. But I had fun, and it was pretty neat. So check it out. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Most importantly, play some great games. Thanks. Bye.